YouTube! Hello! Various different, hellos there. Sound like a regenerated Time Lord testing out the new voice. Hello. Ooh, yes, I like this one. Shame about the hair, maybe, but, yes. Could definitely work with this. Anyway, I'm here, and I'm wearing green in, true auto-assembly tradition. I'm wearing green tonight because, well, it's kind of late now. It doesn't look it because it's so bright, but it is kind of late, and it's time for all little boys, good and bad, to be in their Jimmy Jam. So that's what I am. This is it's kind of a middling response in a way. Ray I Love Mess did a video recently where he's responding to Matt, and I suppose this is a response to Matt as well. Timey Too Whiny. In which he was showing bots that if he didn't have them, these are the bots he'd be looking for at auto-assembly. And I thought that was kind of cool, that was kind of fun. So I'm going to do a similar thing, but before I do, there is something else as well. Another video in response to Matt. Will, the Ghost of Starscream, and Rob, Ominous Voice, did a video response that was basically just those two talking in a van, and it is spectacular. 30 minutes of just the most wonderful talking bollocks you've ever seen in your life. Just fantastic. I'll link to it down there. Go and watch and just piss yourself laughing. You'll probably get that at auto assembly as well. That tends to happen quite a lot. Rob will get some drink down him and someone will give him a subject and he'll start doing stuff, and Will sort of provide impetus for him, and then it just gets crazy, man. Crazy as auto assembly gets, really. But yes, bots that, did I not have them, I would be looking for them this year. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, this is my big box of stuff. This is the only box of Transformers I've transported up to my flat, my maisonette, since I moved. Reason being that I don't have any shelves or anything for them, but this box is special. It's special in many ways. It's special because it's a box of the rarest Transformers that I own. There's actually quite a lot of money tied up in this box, but I'm going to begin with one that's not that rare, but is getting a lot rarer these days. And now this is one of my favourite Transformers molds ever created. This is the recolor of Beast Wars 2 Transmetal 2 Megatron Cryotech. Really, I've reviewed this toy a couple of times, and what can I say about it other than it is spectacular. It's arguably the best Dragon Former in existence, though getting some stiff competition from some others at the moment. It's a wonderful character, and the colour scheme is to die for. It's just beautiful. If you like your Beast bots, and I do, if you like your Dragon Formers, and I really do, then this is the one to get. I prefer this one to the original, actually. I think it looks so much better in blue. It's just absolutely stunning. So yeah, Cryotech all the way, baby. What else would I be looking for? This one, I wouldn't really be looking for because I wouldn't hold out any hope of ever finding it. This is one of, if not the rarest Transformer that I own. This is Double Punch, who is a repaint and recolor of Beast Wars Scorponok. This was produced for, I think, one of the Japanese Transformers conventions in 1998, I think, and I've only ever seen it for sale once, and I bought it, and it cost me a ridiculous, stupid amount of money. So there he is, Double Punch. I wouldn't be looking for him because the likelihood of him, even his missiles being there, is you're never going to get him. Who else? Oh, again, not terribly rare, but if I didn't have this guy, you bet your ass I'd be looking for him. Oh, he's a bit dusty. Got a bit dusty under the bed there. Oh well, I'm going to have to sort that out, definitely, because he should not, there's something so spectacular. Should not be so dusty. He should be resplendent and beautiful in all his colourful glory. So yeah, he's gonna need some dusting down at some point. This amazing creature. This is again right up there with Cryotech. This amazing beast is again from the same era, the end of Beast Wars, which has some of the best Transformers molds of any line you're ever going to find. This astonishing specimen is Razor Claw, the Predacon repaint of Tigerhawk. And God, does the mold work better in these colours? Of course it does. Everything works better in black and purple and red. Everything. This is amazing. And these two together, well, I mean, that's a Transformers fan's orgasm on screen right there. That's porn. That's porn, is that? What else would I be looking for? Ooh, one of my absolute favourite molds. I love this guy, and it's knocking my favourite, even though I know there are technically better molds. I've just shown you a couple actually that are technically better than this guy. There is something about the ambition, the aesthetic, everything about this guy I just adore. This, once I can get his tail in, is Magmatron, and I just love him. I just love everything about him. I love how strange and quirky and weird he is. I love the fact that he's 3 modes all bolted together into one bot. I love the way the mechanical components and the beastie components mesh together. The colours, the character, everything. I think he is something quite spectacular. Hold a gun to my head and demand that I name a favourite Transformer. It's likely going to be him. It's either going to be this guy, one of those, or Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, who I don't have up here. He would be another one. Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, and not unlikely either. He's quite easy to get. So, yeah, Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. Who else? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, ladies and gents, yes. Again, I probably wouldn't be looking for this guy, simply because the likelihood of finding him is slim to nil. He is again one of my rarest bots. And again, very dusty. I'm going to have to sort that out. Dear me, I don't like that dust on the bots. I'm going to have to sort that out, definitely. Oh my god, one of the best molds from Beast Wars, given a spectacular recolor. This is Shockeract. And I was after him for a very long time before I actually got him. He was the guy I went looking for in 2009, when I actually met just loads of friends instead. I haven't found him. I didn't find him at Auto Assembly anyway. I found him online, and he was not cheap, but spectacular. Spectacular. One of the best recolors ever done, and he is beautiful. Also, worth having because he's such an evil bastard. He is one of the ultimate evils in the Transformers universe. He's a bit like Unicron, but a bit smaller and a bit meaner and a bit more ambitious and imaginative than Unicron. I mean, think about Unicron. All he wants to do is eat everything, and that's it. There isn't anything else to Unicron. He just wants to eat everything. This guy wants to sort of reshape reality to his own specifications. That's much more interesting. That makes for a much more interesting villain, I feel. I mean, Unicron is fine, but he's so overblown. And the thing is, one of the big problems with the big bads in the Transformers universe is they all tend to be Unicron-light. They all tend to be just forms of Unicron, or a bit like Unicron, but not the same, a bit less yellow. And that's dull. This guy's interesting. I like Shockeract a lot. And the toy is, well, you can see how beautiful the toy is. It's a wonder. It's a marvel. It's absolutely spectacular. Whom else might I be? Ooh, cripes. These guys. Now these guys, let me put Shockeract over there. These guys came, I got them together last year, and they made the whole thing. I wouldn't mind coming away with just these and nothing else. And I got them for, considering what they are, I got them quite cheap. This is something I've been looking for a very long time. This is Botcon Sandstorm, who is yet another repaint of Beast Wars Scorponok. Beautiful, beautiful display. Just look at that box. Look at it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. He is gorgeous. I got him and this thing. This is Windraiser. I think a repaint from the same Botcon. This one is very rare. That one isn't. That one isn't terribly rare. You can get that on eBay quite easily. This guy, very, very, very hard to find. That's why he's still packaged, because you can't get him out without damaging the damn packaging, which is annoying. I would like two. I really would. I would like two, so I can get one out of the package. Not unlikely if I can find one for reasonable at Auto Assembly this year. Not unlikely at all, because I would like to handle him. I'd like to review him properly, but I can't because he's in there, and I'm not getting him out. But beautiful. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Utterly, utterly stunning. So yeah, I'd be aiming for most of those this year. And also, if I did not have this guy, because he is one of my favourites, and one of my favourite lines. This is one of my favourite toys from the Transformers animated line, and again quite rare because he's one of the more difficult to procure colour schemes of this guy. This is the purple animated Shockwave, giant one-eyed purple people eater. There he is, wonderful, wonderful Shockwave. This is one of my favourite versions of Shockwave, actually. I really, really appreciate this. Although the one that's currently out, the Prime Beast Hunters one, looks like it may be competing for his spot. Very much so. Beautiful, beautiful toy. I love it. I love almost everything in the animated line, to be honest. But yeah, I would be looking for this because Shockwave has to be purple. It doesn't. No, grey. No, grey is for the other. He turns into an Autobot. He's a double agent called Longarm, and grey is for Longarm. Purple is for Shockwave because he's a Decepticon. The Decepticon should be purple. Beautiful. So those are basically the bots I would be getting. Had I not got them all here already, and having earned the ire, jealousy and contempt of all of you, I'm going to sign off and say, see you at Auto Assembly. Bye.